It started.
It started. We are going to wait for a while just to make sure that it actually loads up. So
You can count.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Hello. We're on. Hello. We're on. Let's do that scene again just once more.
Or what you can do is you can see the time when we last uploaded it. So we can be accurate about it.
Oh yeah, true.
Which will show that we're really responsible about the stuff we upload.
Incidentally, welcome to January 2024, or rather, welcome to 2024. The cringe. Give me the cringe. Give me the cringe.
Where will it appear though? Will it appear after your fingers?
Should.
Okay. You can do this, pinch screen, and it comes out like gunfire.
That'd be nice. That'd be a good idea. Hey, cringe. Happy New Year. So it's also going to wish us a new year as well. But that said, though, we have
4
1,
packets of books.
2,
3,
3, and
4.
4. And we also have the 2 books which the president has handed over, one of which is a surprise. We're going to get back to that later. And we're going to start off with this new mic. How much is it?
2,250.
2,250 rupees.
That you got from Pakistan.
Yeah, from Sadr.
Nice.
Not even Sadr. I think I actually got it
Now
over
you're
from
actually getting
Westridge.
down to business. Generalizing the location.
Actually got it over from the shop in Westridge, which actually had these electronics available. So I got
I've
it.
taken you there before.
Probably. I think I probably might have. Probably.
Is it close to the bookstore where you were talking before?
No, it's slightly further off from there. But it's in the same plaza, but a bit further off from there. Still though, if it turns out well, if it turns out successful,
I think it will though. It looks like a good microphone.
It's got all the mufflers in there as well, just to remove all noise protection, right? So, if it turns out well,
I don't have any hatred against those cringe bloggers, but they use this too, and they actually have good quality audio. Even though their content isn't that good, their audio is good.
One problem with it was that when I last used it tends to have a slightly lower volume.
What you can do is you can raise the volume and post edit.
That's true. That's I think what is intended with these mics. So, keeping that in mind, what's this? We're going to start off with books from the president.
Okay. I gifted these 2 books to the Collector's Admiralty. One is Bruce Lee's autobiography. No, it's not his autobiography, it's his biography. It's by Bruce Thomas, and it's supposed to be one of the most accurate biographies written by a biographer, by his biographer.
Oh, so kind of like Virginia Woolf's husband, right? He wrote a pretty accurate biography in that regard.
Bruce Thomas is one of the most renowned biographers.
What, like Stanley Walpert sort of popular?
He writes biographies on celebrities, though.
Okay.
Like not Stanley Walpert type. Popular and renowned because Stanley Walpert actually covers and writes down biographies for big historical people.
Oh, true.
I mean, Bruce Lee was a big historical person, but
he was more of
a celebrity figure.
A celebrity figure, that's
like
true.
Actors and fighters and stuff, sports people, those type of people.
He's the only one who defeated Clint Eastwood, so
He's
make
also
of that what you will. Make of that what you will. Clint Eastwood was defeated by Bruce Lee.
And he also defeated Chuck Norris. Which is kind of badass.
Sorry, I meant to say Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris, not Clint Eastwood. My apologies. Cringe.
If Clint Eastwood is way, way older than Bruce Lee, it would have been easier for him to defeat him.
True. Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, yeah. There was a scene in the film that pulled off his chest here.
Yeah, true.
And then he mocked him in
That's
the camera.
That's so baller.
And Bruce Lee actually did this because he wanted to show the Western world that he can take on white men, that Chinese people. It was sort of like rebellious. But and it's kind of cool that Chuck Norris agreed to do it.
Oh, true. True. And which is where the second part comes in. Sudden. Sudden is an actual proper, it's a real proper series of Western novels by Frederick H. Christian. These are a pain in the ass to find in hard copy. And I tip my hat to you, sir. Oh, incidentally, Corgi books is a pretty big deal. Back in the day, there was either Penguin or there was Corgi. And we've got plenty of books of Corgi that we have in our collection now. So
Terry Pratchett is the Terry Pratchett books that you found in that bookstore that you got for the library, or I think are also published by Corgi.
Corgi was a pretty big deal in its
They
day.
still publish books.
I think they shut down.
I mean, no, I have a few new books by Terry Pratchett that are published by Corgi.
Corgi's still around.
I guess.
We'll look into those in the
Uh,
next vlog.
I have a few new ones.
Basically, we placed those books into the corner on the other side of this camera's footage, so it's beyond the scope, quite literally and figuratively.
I'll have to walk to the other side of the room to get it.
So it would be like a break from vlog rules, you know. So we're trying to
Stay within the camera.
stay within the camera this time.
Where do I place these? Place them on the side.
We place them,
Last
Yeah.
time we did a vlog, we placed them in front of us.
but not this time.
Where will I place these after showing them?
Bottom. Back into the flap, back into the pot, back into the shopper. Shopper basically is like a Pakistani terms. These are supposed to be bags, but we call them shoppers because of shopping bags.
I mean, there's a people call other people shopper
Oh, true.
for insulting them. I don't think that's an insult, but kind of funny.
This time though, there are going to be books over here that are scandalous. This time we are fully committing ourselves with no quarter. Books that are going to be scandalous in this collection are intentionally going to be now included as a part of TCA's initiative to expand and be diverse and be inclusive.
Inclusive. What sort of inclusive books do you have there?
Oh, you're going to know when you see them.
Yeah,
You'll
right.
know when you see them. So go on ahead.
Okay.
This is going to be new. I'm going to have him talk. So you gotta speak.
Okay, we have learned bridges with the leader. Let's
Learn bridge with the leader.
Learn bridge.
Letterers.
with the leader. Okay.
Letterer,
Letterers.
mate.
Okay, I just saw a picture of the king.
And you
And
thought
I
it was
thought
leaders.
Yep.
Wow.
Learned bridge with the
You
leader.
know, what, you know what bridge is, right?
That's a card game.
It's a card game.
I could tell from the cover though.
But
And it's by
And-
Tony and Rhoda Lederer.
but you really don't know what bridge is. do you?
I've never played bridge.
Have you played card games too?
I have played card games, but I've played it with friends, so they used to explain the rules to me. I used to play it with them.
Oh, kind of like a rummy, Trump. Have you played Trump?
I think I just played them, and once I was done playing with them, I forgot.
Okay,
I just
fair
played
enough.
it for a day.
Fair enough.
It's like me playing Magic the Gathering with him. I played it with him for a day, and then he forgot.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm-
I mean, look, Magic the Gathering is a pain in the ass to play.
I know
Like
the
it is.
rules are complicated.
The rules are not only complicated, they're pointless. Why can't we have like Dungeons and Dragons as we did with our own session, which we have to finish up on? We might actually shift that live then.
Okay, that's
We might turn it into like a live stream sort of a thing. Why not? Like everyone else does it. Why not we live stream our sessions as well?
we do that.
We can do that. We can do that. All you need is a camera, put in a corner, and just have a position where everyone's sitting down, and we can do that.
Used to play it on that mat.
We used to play it on the mat, which is beyond the scope. It's like saying beyond the pale,
It's a
right?
fancy Indian rug.
It's a fancy Indian.
I mean, for all the white, not for all, all the
wow!
people who are not in Pakistan who are watching this.
Your turn.
Okay. And then we have the best of Monty Python. Okay, that's cool.
It has production notes on every single joke. They literally talk about how the jokes were written, and even
That's
the jokes are
really
included in it as well.
Even the quality is good. This is a good book. They even have comics. Monty Python.
All for 100.
That's
What's the
badass.
actual price in the back?
9.99 pounds.
So 10 quid, and I got it for 100.
That's badass.
That's badass. That's actually kind of cool. I'm so
They have
happy.
good artwork in here as well.
They even have a wait, really?
Yeah. Look at this.
They've even included notes.
Yep.
They've included production notes on how it's going to. Oh, very useful if you want to get an interpretation of what the hell happened. So neat.
They even have background. They even have behind the scene pictures. They even have screenshots from the film. I mean, if you can see it in the camera.
Well, we can increase it post production.
Okay. There is some scandalous stuff here though.
Oh no! Oh no! The next thing is actually going to be scandalous. I recommend we just start off
The
with
cover
that.
is pretty cool. It's pretty Britishy humor.
Yeah, this is actually a character from the series as well. But now we have the scandal begins. I'm going to take care of the scandals this time because he's a good kid. Even though he's the president, but he's a good kid.
And he's my uncle, so he's supposed to.
Aha! The witch's wedding. intentionally. I mean,
Oh, that's that's scandalous.
that's scandalous. Thank you. Hence, covered. Like it gets worse from here.
Okay.
There are so many which get worse from here.
You didn't talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
You turned red in front of the camera.
No, it's. I mean, for God's sake, like Mills and Boons, right?
Okay, so
This is
so
yeah, Mills and Boons. I
people
mean, just
who know.
so if I kissed you now, you'd feel nothing. For over a year, Verity had been trying to prove that dark and dangerous Luke Garcia meant nothing to her.
I think I'll stop here then. It'll get more absurd after this.
Yeah, but you like the next line. Just I don't even need to read it to you. It's enough, right? It's
I can
enough.
tell that.
Dear Lord, man.
I mean, if anyone's interested in it, they can issue it from the library.
Yeah. Oh, this is actually good. This is up your alley.
John Galsworthy, To Let.
Pretty big name. The Forsyth Saga. He was actually awarded Nobel laureate for it, and another book of his is The Man of Broad Rudy, which is also in the library as well.
And it's an old vintage Penguin book with the orange bindings and all. You don't actually find these anymore.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
True,
they don't
true,
publish
true.
it like this.
They
They
don't-
change the pattern and they don't publish books like these anymore. I
They
think.
don't. That's true. They actually go over for the white and orange overall now.
And then they go for white and orange or for the black.
Oh,
and
okay.
white, the newer format.
The new format is black. When did that happen?
The Penguin Classics, the black one.
Oh, yes, true. True.
The ones that I gave you about the ones that were written by Charles Dickens and all,
Mhm.
they were yellow covered, right?
Oh yeah, the video.
They don't publish the yellow ones either anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
They publish the black ones, and the black ones are very expensive as well. The yellow ones were actually cheap, and anyone could afford books back then and read them.
So we have this one's actually a fairly decent, but it's an older cover. So Mills and Boons, The Snow on the Hill. But as you can see, it's these are proper old school vintage Mills and Boons, man.
Do Mills and Boons write decent stuff as well?
It's still the same shit, you know. It's like Vanessa was used to turning men's heads. Perhaps she was a little too complacent about her ability to attract them, and she crossed swords with the masterful Callum Crane. Ugh! It's like
Hey, the cover is
women
better.
read these things.
I guess.
Yeah, cringe. I mean, I want to know who reads this
The
stuff.
cover is decent though.
But
And
then
the
there's
picture-
Barbara Cartland. Okay, I will give credit where it's due.
Is this one scandalous as well?
No, it's kind of like on the.
They have a hero and a heroine on the cover though.
It's more like she. If there was anyone who actually captured the Jane Austen style,
Okay.
Jane Austen meets.
Charlotte Bronte.
Henry Rider Haggard
That's what I
and
asked.
um
Jane Austen was the
and
best.
Charles Dickens, right? Not even Charles Dickens. She was a bit more. Barbara Cartland is more like Jane Austen for sure, definitely for sure. But on top of it, you have action romps in it as well.
Okay.
So pretty good inclusion. Okay, a credit where it is due. It is a pretty good inclusion. I don't like Mills and Boons but Corgi. She was a very big name for Corgi as well. But if you get a Barbara Cartland or Georgette O'Hare, that's fine. Those are okay. Those are fairly good books. They're historical fiction romance.
So that's like. So she was a Victorian herself,
No. Very recent. She's American all the way through.
and she wrote about Victorian stuff.
No. All historical fiction stuff.
Okay.
Very that's like a typical Barbara Cartland. And she was a southerner, for God's sake. Texan, like just the picture itself tells you all
And
that.
the historical fiction that she wrote, is that from America as well? Is it
No,
like
it's
American
it's like a
as well?
mix and match. It depends on her cultural appropriation.
Okay, so it's like she wrote about the entire world and
Yeah. So the whites in the world.
yeah, that's cool though.
The Icicle Heart. Another
Where did you
Harlequin
get
romance.
these?
Oh, these are actually I got these because I got a special order from one of our clients
Alright.
of TCA who claims to like our books. So I got this because they kept on complaining that we tend to focus a little more about men. Which is fair. That's a fair assessment. And so I figured, might as well include that whole thing. You
They're
know,
meant for everybody.
yeah, we're meant for everybody. We really mean it when we say we're meant for everybody. Like when we say like and subscribe, we mean everyone. So in that sense, we're covering that. But still, this stuff is cringe. All right, I don't need to tell you. Like Just Lawson was the dynamic millionaire head of the Alexander Corporation. To Ivory, he was nothing but her boss, and a very daunting, formidable one too. Do you want me to go further?
No.
Like, no.
I mean, I'll turn right in front of you. That seems
Oh,
weird.
I'll turn red myself. So, another Barbara Cartland. Love leaves at midnight. Although that's a cool cover. Credit where it is due. That is actually a very cool cover.
The name's kind of scandalous. Love names.
Come on, elopement.
Love, but yeah. Or maybe, he just gets over her at midnight.
Could be. Could be.
And she just thinks about it. What did I do and stuff. That could be. I don't know.
Could be. Oh, this Lady Adele remembers.
Okay, this looks pretty Britishy.
It is Britishy.
Now we have two British comedies. The first one was the Monty Python book. Now we have this. I really like the way Britishers draw satire and draw caricatures and all, and I really, really love their sense of satire and stuff. It's pretty funny. We actually have something here.
History is really. Oh my god! What the
They have a
hell?
newspaper cutting inside.
The Battle of Waterloo execution never happened. Joan of Arc was not burned at the stake, and Dunkirk is best forgotten, according to the recently launched website of the French Embassy. The rewriting of Anglo-British history to a French advantage glosses over an offensive or contentious event, including the 100 Years of War and Napoleonic War, that, in the view of the Foreign Service, reflect poorly on our neighbors.
You can take it out, show it in front of the camera.
Oh no!
Use it as a bookmark.
He used it as a bookmark. Oh my
it's
god,
on
how
a newspaper
old is
clipping.
this, man?
I don't
Oh, this is from 1996. No. Oh no, it's actually from the Baudelaire Chronicle was derived from a wall plan drawn up by politically correct British and French civil servants on the occasion of President Chirac's 1996 visit to Britain.
President Chirac.
Gives a shit if his name is Chirac, but
It sounds like Shrek.
yeah, he is Shrek. But
It's kind of wrong.
so we can put that in. Oh, go on ahead.
Flash MX? Okay. You were telling me about this one, I guess. And also, they started a software house, and
We did nothing.
okay, you cut that out. Then. Okay.
No, I just
All right. This one has cool codes in it, all programming and all.
more
The
programs.
syntax and everything. It's pretty retro, so it's pretty nostalgic going through it. This is cool. Understanding digital color, both ways. Flash MX Advanced Action Script. Okay, if you guys want to practice this, where would you guys practice it?
This one?
Do you guys have retro computers or something to practice this on?
Oh, we could. We do. Actually, we do. Yeah,
What
yeah,
you can
yeah.
do is you can film
Oh
videos
yeah, we could.
showing tutorials on old stuff.
We do actually have. It's all Intel Core 2 Duos, and they've been upgraded to cover up till Windows 7. So they're actual vintage machines, like legitimate vintage machines that use those run of the mill ROMs, so to speak. So pretty good stuff.
Okay, so
Lives in the heart of Blackburn's viewing year, but after Lancashire Supremes. Oh, the road to Nab and
William Wood.
Woodruff. Oh, this actually is a part of basically this dude. The cover tells itself. It's basically talking about
Industrialism?
the Industrial Revolution and how it impacted Lancashire's.
That's cool.
Lancashire's
What I
supremacy.
actually liked about it when he was flipping through the pages, the text is pretty big and readable.
Oh,
Unlike
back
most
in,
of the books, you
Oh.
can actually read it with these without straining your eyes.
oh, they don't make them as they used to though,
And now you have books with very small text on it.
because they're all like we need to justify the cost of the paper. Oh, another thing we're actually going to be changing now. We're going to use curse words. So
You don't have to flip them off right now. But okay.
now next.
Will you shift the age limit as well? Will you change it?
No, we're still going to stick to it as. Come on. I mean, our audience is composed youngsters,
I
man.
mean, if you, there's one thing I want to tell you. Like, if you make it age restricted, the limit will decrease. It won't be recommended to people.
That's true. That's why we're
So
not
people will have
recommending
to
it.
look it up, or you'll have to send the link.
Well,
If you don't make it age restricted, people can read it.
oh no, we're not age restricting it.
That's good.
We're not age restricting it. At most, YouTube doesn't really care about these curse words things. I mean, for God's sake, a lot of YouTubers use curse words quite a lot. So
Oh, I do.
I mean,
I mean, the F word is a common thing. It's
just like the
it's
truth
awesome.
about publishing. From this is actually a this is a proper vintage,
Nothing fancy inside here.
but it does talk about how publishing has actually gone to hell.
That's cool. I was looking for old newspaper clippings and nobody has it. But yep, this one's a good book. It's about publishing, like you said. Yep. Okay.
Putting that down. Next one.
Oh, wait, let me just. I mean, it's no way. So when we place it inside.
Oh, R.L. Deltafield. R.E. Deltafield is actually a pretty big deal. R.F. Deltafield wrote the Spawn
Farewell
book saga.
and हम आ जाएंगे.
We'll just come over in a couple of minutes. We're just finishing up on this video. So, R.F. Deltafield is such a big name, man. This guy wrote the Swan saga.
What are you gonna do? You can pause for a bit. वो सारा part काट दे. और फिर नहीं मतलब इसे pause ना करें.
Or what we could
You
do
can
is.
just count to
Okay,
10.
second part. We're going to come.
Just count to 10 and start again.
No.
You can cut the.
No, we've already been told. Now, this is included. This is going to be included.
Okay.
We now have exact limits on when we need to cut short our vlog. So, the vlog has been concluded pretty much. We're going to talk about the next set of books later.
Are you gonna mark this bag or I can't remember this?
Oh, we'll just work something out. We'll improvise as we go.
Okay. वो फिर वो अजीब लगेगा कि आप फिर से वही बैग उठाते हैं. We end up start up with that bag again, and they'll be like we're just running in circles, talking about the same books over and over again.
Or what we could just do is we could just mention out all the books as they come over. We'll just talk about actually I have an idea. We'll talk about the books that we'll actually be including in it. Possibly.
It's by Louis L'Amour and it's about cowboy fiction most probably, but it is cowboy fiction. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's done. And actually this is so we already gave an idea of all the inclusive books that we want to get at. So this time we're just going to be like, no, move on.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe.
Okay.
Death at the Chase, a Sir John Appleby mystery. These are pretty good shit, man. This is pretty good stuff. We're definitely including it. No! Oh God, no! Oh God, no! No!
You can just keep it upside down and over there.
Dear God, this is such a scandalous cover. This is such a scandalous cover. Like,
The first one was more scandalous. I mean, this is scandalous, but yeah.
no. Like, no. Oh, Georgette here. Definitely included. Actually, yeah. Basically, long story short, definitely worth it, especially because Georgette O'Hare, like Barbara Cartland, except that she mixed in her Charlotte Bronte with a bit of
Yep, this looks like a Charlotte Bronte.
Walter Scott. With a bit of Walter Scott in it. So that's
pretty
cool.
classy.
Very classy. For a few dollars more.
Yep.
Novelization of the movie. Actually, this book came. Oh my
This
God!
is the original.
A dollar to die for, the good, the bad, and the ugly, a fistful of dollars, a coffin full of dollars, the devil's dollar sign. Oh, these are all the dollar series.
This is not the novelization. This is the original novel.
This is the original novel. Oh my God, that's so. It even has the original orders as well. That's
But you
so.
can't use them anymore.
You can't use them anymore, but this is really neat. Good. Okay, 10-minute tales, of course. The old days when Enid Blyton and these are the original starts of the whole thing. The original those books,
They
big
even
book
have those
stories,
fancy covers that they used to draw on them. Pretty nostalgic though.
pretty nostalgic. Yeah.
I didn't read it when I was a kid, but I used to like the covers on it.
Ramage's Mutiny, Dudley Pope. It's actually by It's actually a Hornblower inspired series.
Swashbuckling pirate action.
More like a Royal Navy, so very sober gentleman action.
Okay, that's kind of good as well, I guess.
Oh, this is the World War One series by R.F. Deltafield. One is like the whole Swan Saga thing. This is the World War One set of series. So pretty good novelist though. Definitely covered that era exceptionally well. Next set of books. Let's see. Okay. Dutch. No one cares except the Dutch, who are going to be included over
Like
here.
you said, it's for everyone, so the Dutch can also the libraries there.
Oh, these are vintage Lady Bird books, man. I remember reading these as a kid,
They
man.
used to be in my school as well.
They used to be, these are vintage stuff. I got this just because of nostalgia. So, there's that. Oh my God, the Sheikh and the wife.
Yeah.
Like, just, yeah. So no need to talk about it, but inclusive all the same. The Commons today. Oh, this is actually really good. It talks about the House of Commons, especially after the 1977 developments, and it talks about that entire era. Like overall weights, misogyny, and
When the
how it
Georgians
changed.
introduced parliament and all.
No, way later. Way later. I got this book. Oh, this is actually a play by Brian Field. I don't know who this dude is, but he's just someone who exists. So it's probably a vintage era
He has
thing.
a hand on it and a fist, I think.
Oh, that's Ulster. That's the Ulster thing. Oh, yeah, that's Ulster. Yeah, could be about Tyrone is in there, so definitely about Northern. It's a Northern Ireland play. Read. Another Ladybird, vintage Ladybird at that, man.
Nice.
Nice. So, oh my God, we got another Dick Francis. Long story short, this dude is all about horseback racing, flying finish.
Nice.
Nice. So we have fun, second grade, Ladybird, pretty good stuff.
Kids can do their library because we have
Oh,
kids.
this Prisoner at the Bar. This is like a full novelization of a BBC series. So basically, this the prisoner is actually going over through an entire thing. Court case, British system, vintage BBC. Another Dick Francis, banker, pretty good stuff. Moving
That's
on.
part about horse racing as well.
Oh my God!
That looks like
Just-
Marilyn Monroe though.
Read the title.
Confessions from the
Yeah. Yep.
good stuff.
Oh, I wanted to. Warning, Revelations is about to be revealed. We've got plenty of these new books now, specifically about Christian literature. So, neat.
You have Jesus riding a white horse. Is it fantasy or is it like
Oh no, it's actual.
they have the New Testament in this? That's nice. They're explaining the New Testament as well. So it's like,
Just like white trash stuff.
why does the cover look so fancy and funny?
Yeah, because it's one of those things. Last one.
The books are now more arranged in the back.
Funny. Okay. But this is a much better approach. We should do this more often. Lester McLean. This guy wrote The Great Escape.
That's
This
not-
guy wrote the Where Eagles Dare.
This guy made Clint Eastwood and Steve McQueen more famous,
Yeah, exactly.
and he's the reason they got the Oscars and this stuff.
Very good author in his own right. Definitely the postmodern era's Henry Rider Haggard. I keep on mentioning Henry Rider Haggard, but there are others as well. If you want action romps, this guy's your dude.
And
Oh.
this one's about a dystopia.
We don't even need to tell the story. Come on.
It's about a dystopia and a man trying to survive through it.
Yeah. Oh, do you know about Manchurian Candidate? Manchurian Candidate.
That sounds good.
Frank Sinatra movie, pretty well known.
Okay.
Especially a more postmodern era thriller. Oh, I'm so happy I got this, man. I am proud of the fact that I got this. I am so proud of the fact that I got this book. So worth it. Definitely based on the whole.
Put it down.
Yeah, Push It Down's a
What
pretty
is it
good
about?
book.
They were
Animal
right.
experimentation and all that sadness. That stuff. Monica Dickens, Charles Dickens' great granddaughter. Pretty good stuff. I've read a few of her novels. They're actually pretty neat.
Jane and Emma are friends despite all the barriers that divide them.
So it's their story. It has a pretty lesbian aspect to it as well. Just saying that it is
Inclusiveness.
it is inclusiveness, but just saying it ain't all that bad. The story is very well written. Most of her books actually do talk about guys coming out of the closet, girls coming out of the closet, and why it's more difficult for girls than guys to come out of the closet, which is an interesting little observation. So Dublin 4, we already mentioned this girl. We'll talk about it when the book's read. Indoor gardening, Lindy book. This is actually nice. But I included this just because of the name. Dick King Smith. Come on. That is such a
You
cool
show the
cover.
artwork for the book.
Do you want to?
It has good retro artwork. Everything's hand drawn and hand painted.
Oh, true.
Unlike
Yeah.
the modern digital art.
Really good stuff, man. Oh, I am so happy. I remember when.
This one has good drawings as well. Fancy stuff. My sister used to have an Annette Blyton book with the same artwork. I think the illustrator was.
Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Edgar Rice Burroughs. I remember when
gave you one. as well.
Yeah, you gave me of the Princess of Mars.
The Princess of Mars.
This is a fighting man of Mars. This is like the first part in it. It's a very good series, man. He's also the one who gave us Tarzan, by the way.
Yep, he was the one who gave us Tarzan.
Pretty good novelist. Oh, on a serious note, though, if you ever get an opportunity to read this dude, very good example of science fantasy.
He's the guy because of whom people are willing to go
He's
to
the
Mars
reason why
now.
Conan the Barbarian is actually a pretty. Conan the Barbarian was inspired by Tarzan.
No, I think.
Yeah.
Robert,
Conan the Barbarian came.
Robert E. Howard came earlier than this guy, or maybe they were from the same era.
They were from the same era. They were inspired by each other, though. Dick Whittington.
Dick Whittington.
Come on, you gotta admit that is actually such a cool name.
Where's the dicks?
Where's the
Where's the dick? Not where's the dicks.
So
Okay.
Nelson?
Nelson.
We have a book by called the,
Horatio Nelson.
yeah, it's about Horatio Nelson. We have
guy
a
who
book
kept
called
Napoleon's
Trafalgar
Laugh.
the Nelson Touch. So we're actually going. So this is actually his biography in
This
completion.
is the same guy who kicked Napoleon's ass.
Oh
in
yeah,
Egypt.
twice over. Scandalous novels. Moving on.
Yeah, I mean, taking Napoleon's ass was kind of scandalous as well. I mean,
Oh, French book. No one gives a shit. Fuck the French. Froggers. Oh, we actually have a couple of books in Spanish, but they're specifically about Spanish
stuff.
learning. This is a Spanish novel. More accurately, it is a Spanish novel that is adapted into adapting from historical fact. It's about Pompeii, and it's basically about that whole era. Año 109 DC faltan 48
Yeah, but
horas para la catástrofe. So yeah, it's about that. It's about the Pompeii disaster, basically. So scandalous. Moving on.
More scandals.
No scandals. Scandalous. Moving on.
Show this one.
Oh, this one is in Spanish.
Isabella Allende. Okay, you can
Isabella
talk about
Allende. So
you have
El
David
Plan
Livingstone.
Infinito.
That's good. And they also have that Henry Morgenstern, and he has David Livingstone as well. So
Oh, we got Stanley as well. Yeah, true. This is a companion.
You can place these two together.
Yeah, we could place those two together. True.
It's a lady word history book.
Oh, En Entendant Godot.
Yeah.
Waiting for Godot.
Godot.
Waiting for Godot. Yeah, this is the same. This is actually in French. This is in the original French. Waiting for Godot. This is the actual French one itself.
French as well.
Yeah, it was written in French originally. So neat. Last book, Maeve Binchy. This girl actually wrote about Ireland and everything else. So postmodern stuff. We're done. Now we can head downstairs. Now we can finish up on our stuff. More to follow. And this time we're actually going to say it. Do like and subscribe. Do like and subscribe our channel this time. We've been humble for long enough.
I used to say that before.
No, we used to say like and subscribe and support other channels. Not this time. We're going to support
talk
like.
about other channels. You can talk about my channel here as well.
You should? Oh yeah, new thing. Well, he's got a channel which specifically goes on ahead with animated movies and animated stuff
And some random.
some random clips as well. Pretty artistic.
And I'm on Instagram where you can talk. Where I just post stuff that I do.
So pretty good shit.
Yeah,
Night.
Instagram, we banana.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.